I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on News X. Our big focus on the broadcast. Months after a severed head and hands were found in East Delhi's Trilokpuri area in the month of June, a month after Shraddha Walkar was killed. Now, in a new development, the police has arrested the victim's son and wife. Like Aftab Amin Poonawala stored the chopped body pieces in the refrigerator before disposing of them. Similarly, this mother-son duo also kept the body parts in the refrigerator and then disposed of them in the nearby ground. The body parts were dumped near Ramlila ground in East Delhi's Pandav Nagar area. The victim has been identified as Anjan Das. He was killed by his wife Poonam and son Deepak. The mother and son accepted the crime during interrogation. The CCTV footage access shows how the mother and son went to dump the body with packets behind them. And in this debate, we're going to be discussing what is causing this depravity in our society. Dr. Pankaj Kumar from the Healer Psychiatry is joining us live. Dr. Amarnath Mishra, forensic expert, is also live with us on the broadcast. Ellen Rao, former DCP Special Cell, is with us live. Ved Bhushan, former ACP, also joins the panel live. Dr. Pankaj, let me begin with you first. What is your first reaction to the details of this heinous crime, and what really is leading to people in our society taking such extreme measures, case after case?
This is a really horrific crime, and I have no words to explain. And it can shook anyone's soul to its core. And now we are seeing a lot of crimes. Recently, in Aftab Poonawala is also accused of similar crime, cutting his live-in partner 35 pieces. There are some other crimes also. We saw some father doing some honor killing and some other crimes coming into light. Similar pattern, cutting into pieces and throwing away. This crime also came into light, which has shown similar pattern. A wife and son probably killing their husband and father. They alleged that he used to have a wrong intention on the daughter-in-law and daughter of the deceased, and along with that, he never used to give any money. He used to take their money to beat them. He was alcoholic, something which I could gather from the reports available in the media. So these are the things which probably over the period of time they were suffering under due stress. I am not sure whether it is true or false. If it is true, then ultimately family was under a lot of stress and trauma. Psychological trauma, other social traumas going around. Probably they have pushed to the corner and edge, and they probably did something which shouldn't have been happened. I'm not justifying the crime, but we need to see that it is a horrific crime, and it is really sad to see on this part. And as you rightly said, now people's views are getting very short-tempered. They have, after COVID, everybody's in stress. Their stress levels has gone high up, and their frustration levels threshold has gone to very low. And even the smallest of the incident may get off the fuse, and crimes may happen. And this is really horrific and very sad thing to happen.
Okay, let me also, in fact, quickly take that across to Ellen Rao. Ellen Rao, your first analysis of this incident, what do you believe was behind it? Why did mother and son do this to their own family member? And what really is needed to be done now by the police and our system to correct this malaise with crime after crime in this gruesome manner?
Yes, Uday, can you hear me? Hello, Uday?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes. This is really a very gruesome case of murder. This speaks of the mentality of our recent people who are most probably they are having a strange relationship between their own close family relatives. Then it needs to be counseling with the family, within the family, and the persons who are living together. And it also speaks about the mentality of the person, how they are. Maybe some ulterior motive that will be revealed during the investigation of this case. I think further investigation is going on, and if the motive is either the property or something strained relations because of any reason, that is to be known. But as you rightly said, that our society is heading towards what situation that in such type of recent so many cases of this brutal killing within the family, within the you can say within the close relatives, like in Poonawala also having a close relationship with the Shraddha, and then killing such persons with the very close knit relations, that is very embarrassing in our society. That needs to be think about by the all people around us, and ways and means have to be find out. But I must tell you that these type of cases cannot be stopped by the police. because these murder cases having some other motives, and the preventable these cases are hardly preventable by the police, because the people are having some planning in their mind, having some conspiracy because of any reason, maybe either property involvement or any relationship. And so many cases I have seen with these the other relationship, illicit relationship also are the reasons in such type of murder cases. As it is very well known that the murder is only with the three motives: either women, either property, or some dispute. So these things are to be seen in our society. That, and one more reason I find it, that the isolation of the people in our society are nuclear families are also because of this reason, because the people are so separated, the parents are separated, and other the only one or two children are there also separated, they are going abroad, and either they are for service or for some other reasons. So there are so many reasons to be, and I think that it requires a deep study among the social behavior in our people and in the society to find out what type of crime cases are these increasing in our society nowadays.
Yes, Dr. Amarnath Mishra, your take on what really has led to this particular case. What do you believe could be the possible motive? What needs to be done now to get to the bottom of why these crimes are committed, and at the end of the day, the impunity in which the body pieces are disposed by the accused?
Yes, may I know for this is in which case?
Dr. Amarnath, the case we are talking about, sir, of the mother and son.
Okay. Actually, you can say such type of.
Sir, are you aware of this particular case of Anjan Das, the Anjan Das murder?
There is a murder of a father, no?
Yes, by the wife and son. That's right.
Yeah. So I can say this is a matter of some stress or psychological issues or some frustration are due to torturing of mother and children. Maybe anything happen. Okay. Because such type incident happen only in the form of cruelty only. That is a rare of arrest cases. Okay.
Okay, and how difficult does it become to to gather evidence, with these crimes which are committed obviously a while ago, and body parts sometimes dispersed at very remote places?
As you previously know, in case of Shraddha murder case, there was also pieces scattered in jungle of Maroli. What happened in such type of cases, as per the Locard principle of exchange, okay, we will collect after proper investigation of the crime scene as well as that area where such type pieces is scattered.
Okay, let me bring in Ved Bhushan at this point as well, who's also joining the broadcast. Ved Bhushan, your first reaction to this particular case, crime after crime, seeing heights of depravity, heights of goriness. What is leading to A, firstly, our depraved society, and B, what needs to be done now to stop these kind of crimes, sir?
उदय, आप देखिए क्राइम का पैटर्न ऑलवेज चेंज होता रहता है, और दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम. इफ यू रिमेंबर, तंदूर केस वाज ए सेम केस वेयर द बॉडी वाज चॉप्ड और तंदूर में उसको जलाने की कोशिश की गई थी. इफ यू रिमेंबर द निठारी केस, it is almost the same case. There is a trend, there is a heat. If you remember, Janakpuri, there was 27 suicide by jumping on high-rise building. उसको बिल्कुल डेथ पॉइंट कहा जाने लगा था. जनकपुरी का केस मशहूर है. और वेस्टर्न जो कल्चर है, वहां पर ये चीजें अक्सर बड़े कंट्रीज, डेवलप कंट्रीज में डीप फ्रीजर में मार कर रख देना, अपने रिलेटिव्स को मार कर रख देना, बहुत सारी स्टडीज कहती हैं वहां बहुत था. बट नाउ इट इज गोइंग टू इंडिया एज वेल. बिकॉज द इंटरनेट, वेब की दुनिया में वर्ल्ड इज वन. तो जो तमाम जो वेस्ट की चीजें थी आ रही हैं. अब आप यदि आफ्ताब का केस और यदि आप पांडव नगर का केस यदि आप स्टडी करेंगे, कंपेयर करेंगे, तो एक चीज जरूर कॉमन है. I was SHO Pandav Nagar.
Ved Bhushan, can you hear me, sir? Okay, it seems we've lost Ved Bhushan there, unfortunately. Let me bring in Ellen Rao. Ellen Rao, what further reforms are needed? Ellen Rao, what police reforms are needed? What judicial reforms are needed in these kind of cases? What must the punishment be according to you?
Yes, if we study, I am continuing that Mr. Ved Bhushan was saying that if we study all these type of cases, one most important reform is required that the investigation skill of the investigators should be improved. The continuous training about the law and the procedure to be adopted during the investigation, more towards the scientific investigation is required. Number two, and speedy investigation, accurate collection of evidences, appreciate the evidences, and then file the charge sheet in such type of cases. And after that, the trial also must be very speedy. I think in such cases, day-to-day basis trial is required so that the cases are ended in acquittal as soon as possible. Because if we prolong the trial, there are chances of the cases being acquitted, because the evidence is of the oral evidence, which are the primary evidence with the statement of witnesses, are no longer in that scenario. And once the case is tried on a speedy basis and the trial is concluded, I think within 1 year of the filing of charge sheet, I'm sure that case will definitely end in conviction. And with that result of conviction, there will be a fear in mind of the people who want to commit such type of crime. Nowadays, people think that we will go scot-free because our law is such a prolonged, lengthy procedure, and it is very prolonged, and the conviction rate is so low in almost in such type of cases. So they tend to commit this type of crime because they think that they will be acquitted at any stage. So I think that the quality of investigation should be improved, and the evidence should be appreciated as good as possible, and then speedy trial. And we, for that purpose, because we have number of cases in courts, that the more appointment of the judges, that is also required, because unless and until we have the judges for trial. And one more thing, that the procedure should be simplified. The procedure of CRPC, that is very lengthy. There are so many appeal chances, and then so many other procedural benefits are given to the accused. That I think that should be our law should be amended. The lawmakers should think about it, that this type of cases to be stopped only because of the stringent law and the speedy trial. That is most important. And the procedures, CRPC, we are working on the 1973 CRPC, barring some few amendments in that. 1973, that is very, the system and the time of 1973 was something else. And after that, with few modifications or amendments, we are still working on that. We are working on the IPC of 1861. Those laws which are, I think they are redundant law because of that colonial law, that English ruler was there. At that time, these laws were made. Now we need that the present circumstances, present scenario, present facts have been changed. Our system is growing. We are entering into the digital format of economy, and we are a developing country, and almost we are reached to the developed country stage. So our law should also be amended, or that should be totally changed according to the present circumstances, present scenario of our country. So that we think that if the lawmakers should have a will to do all these changes, I think that this system can be improved a lot. And the tendency of committing such type of crime may be reduced on day-to-day basis. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Do we have Ved Bhushan back with us now? Can you hear me, Ved Bhushan?
So there.
Yes, Ved Bhushan, please make your point. We had lost you halfway through there.
Yeah. I was saying that if you compare the Aftab case and this Pandav Nagar case, there is it's a society. You see the society. Pandav Nagar, I was SHO Pandav Nagar. वहां पर सेम पैटर्न है रहने का, जिस तरह साउथ दिल्ली के अंदर आफ्ताब जहां रहते थे, मैं भी उस जगह पर गया हूं. वहां पर कोई नेबर से, कोई रिलेटिव से कोई वास्ता नहीं. एवरीबडी इज लिविंग इन हिज फ्लैट. कोई ऊपर नीचे वाला लैंडलॉर्ड, किसी को किसी से कोई मतलब नहीं. What is going in this flat? In the same fashion in Pandav Nagar, same locality, there is an apartment, there is a student, there is a worker, there is all the colony, Pandav Nagar colony, सब it's a apartment colony. अब दोनों में एक ही पैटर्न है कि it's a revenge. All the patterns there, वो भी आफ्ताब भी रिवेंज लेना चाहता था. And this lady and his boy was also on the same line of revenge. They cutting the pieces. वहां पर उन्होंने जंगल फॉरेस्ट के अंदर फेंक दिया, यहाँ पर अशोक नगर नाले में फेंक दिया. डिस्पोज ऑफ करने का तरीका ऑलमोस्ट सेम, क्योंकि सोसाइटी में ये पैटर्न धीरे धीरे इट्स गोइंग ऑन, बिकॉज वेस्टर्न कल्चर, जैसा राव साहब बोल रहे थे, इट इज कमिंग इन. All the students, all the persons are viewing English movies on the web. They are going just like it. Dexter, he was watching. Everyone is world is one. That's why the pattern of crime is going day by day altogether change. So let us investigate the cases in the same pattern, and the court itself may be responded according to, as per law. There is a very weak provisions to convict these cases because they want 100% results. तो इसलिए राव साहब बिल्कुल जो ठीक कह रहे थे, आई एग्री विद हिम कि लॉ को भी अकॉर्डिंगली चेंज होना पड़ेगा टू गिव ए मैसेज इन द सोसाइटी कि इफ यू विल कमिट ए लॉ हियर इन इंडिया, आप पनिशमेंट से बच नहीं पाएंगे. यही एक बहुत बड़ा मैसेज है. यदि इस तरह से क्राइम यदि देखे जाएं तो सोसाइटी में एक बहुत बड़ी एक परेशानी का कारण बन सकते हैं, क्योंकि वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज या डेवलप कंट्रीज में पॉपुलेशन इज वेरी थिक, बहुत कम है. पर यदि यही क्राइम का पैटर्न विलेजेस के अंदर, रूरल एरियाज, छोटे शहरों में, कस्बों में, दिल्ली में, मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटी, कॉस्मोपॉलिटन सिटी में आ गया, तो देयर विल बी हैवॉक, बिकॉज ऑल पर्संस आर नॉट कनेक्टेड विद देयर फैमिली, नॉट देयर रिलेटिव, नॉट देयर नेबर्स. तो ये इसी का नतीजा है कि जो कॉस्मोपॉलिटन सिटीज की जो एक कल्चर है क्राइम की, धीरे धीरे वही उसी टाइप का क्राइम इस तरह बढ़ रहा है. तो लेट अस अवेयर ऑल दिस टाइप ऑफ क्राइम. और ये जो पांडव नगर केस है, अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन शुरुआती है. Many things are yet to be reopened for the public, for the courts, for all of us. Let us wait for the outcome of the investigation conducted by the Pandav Nagar police. Over to you there.
Okay. Wait for the investigation to be fully completed is what you're clearly saying. But obviously, Dr. Pankaj Kumar, is this something that, is going wrong with our society? Are changes needed at school? Should family, education, family, parenting norms need to change? What is really going wrong? Because obviously this is something that is more mental, mentally going wrong rather than physically or rather than, anything else, because it's not just a crime. But after the crime, if there is chopping up of bodies, if there is, storing of bodies in a fridge, to taking it in plastic bags, and something is wrong mentally with you.
I totally agree with what you just said. There is something seriously going wrong with our social fabric. There is an undercurrent going, and which we need to see. There is undercurrent going of frustration, hopelessness, despair, people losing their job, people losing their love life, people losing their family life. Families are drifting apart. As rightly said with our previous speakers, initially, a few years back, we used to have a joint family where people would sit together, eat together, talk together, discuss their whole day, their problems, their solutions. It was like more of a stress was taken care by the family inside, and there was a cushioning to take care of one person's stress by other family member. It was shifted equally on the family members. But with this changing scenario and this changing social fabric and social settings, people are now more nuclear families, more confined to their world. Even if you see, hardly we do a dinner today together in a family. Somebody is coming at time, somebody is coming at time, different times. But even if somebody is sitting together on a dining table, or 4 people are sitting for instance, everybody will be looking in their mobiles. Hardly there will be talks in real world. Everybody is living their life in the online world and the fake world. But they need to understand, there is a studies which point towards it. The more time we are online on social media like Facebook, WhatsApp, or Insta, or other social media platform, it points towards we are more empty in our real life, we are more despaired, we are hopeless, and there is a possibility of underlying depression also, and finding the real love and affection which we are not getting in the real love, finding it online. Ultimately, that fabric is destroying gradually and people are drifting away. And it is also having a negative impact on our psychological well-being and health also. Gradually, people are having more stress, more anxiety, more depression. We are seeing lots and lot of cases post-COVID, which people just come to me and say, doctor, we don't have anyone to talk to. Mothers come to me that tells nobody has, I don't have children. Although they do have, but nobody to talk to and share my feelings. So I'm just getting frustrated inside. It's like a pressure cooker, pressure building inside, but there is no outlet. So it's a very situation is very harsh, very sad. It may burst any time, and that is the result of this thing. You can understand a husband is being killed by a wife and a son, and they are alleging that he has a wrong view about his daughter-in-law and daughter. He used to have sexually wrong views. So we can see what social fabric is, what extent we have reached today, and there is no trust in the family, there is no interest in the family, and ultimately it is leading to all those crimes. Even if you see in the road rage now, for example, hardly people are killing each other on just somebody killed somebody, music was loud, somebody is honking, somebody did not give. When small things, Delhi, you find fights on the roads, people will take out their guns, whatever, and they will kill each other. And everybody's on the road just to fight and kill. Even the smallest thing, they are burst out like anything. People have lost the temperament and it's gradually shifting towards negativity, depression. Post-COVID data says depression has multiplied like anything. As per WHO, it is one of the most prevalent diseases right now. And worst number 2 disease, depression, anxiety right now. And it is going to increase day by day with our social life. It is surely going to increase, and it has a negative impact on everyone's life. So everyone should keep an eye, be connected to each other, be socially reformed, speak your heart out, take care of your family members. And if you have any problem, don't hesitate, go to a professional, go to a psychiatrist, seek help. Stigma shouldn't stop you from seeking timely help. If timely help would have been secured in these cases, even in Aftab's case, the Shraddha reached to a doctor regarding anger issues of Aftab, probably. But she could not take it further due to certain reasons. I don't know whatever the reason may be. So ultimately that led to this crime. If timely intervention would have been done at that juncture, so probably the Shraddha would have been living. Not the Shraddha. Many more Shraddhas like this would have been living today amongst us, and they would have lost their life due to this anger and temperament issues. Yes, you are rightly said, something grave is going wrong in our society and which needs to be taken care. And value system has to be imparted from childhood. Children has to be told what is wrong, what is right. They have to give them liberty, but in a disciplined manner. That is very important, and one should not lose that. Society has a very big role to play. As rightly said Mr. Rao, Delhi police can't stop this crime. Nobody can stop this crime. This has to come from inside. One's temperament, one's personality, other issues are to be taken care into context. That's very important here.
Yes, that's something, of course, that must be taken care of. But what further reforms would you urge, Dr. Amarnath Mishra? Societal, judicial, police reforms?
Yes, there is a need of social and preventive forensics. Okay. And yes, such type of incidents due to, this is a matter of the psychology of a person, how they are connected with family and friends, and how they can say about their problems and issues with their parents, and how they also react. Also, there is also need of social engineering, no need of any extramarital affairs of that type of parents. That is also a big matters, financial crisis, other matters. So such type of things happen, and this is only aware from social and preventive forensics. And also there is a description of the such type of cases that person avoid to do such type of thing.
All right. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.